Helen on a balcony, Paris about to touch her hand. Behind him, the golden gates of Troy slowly close. They say it began with the stolen queen, Helen of Sparta, taken by Prince Paris to Troy. 1,000 Greek ships were launched to get her back. But was it really all about love? Or was it about power? About winning a war that would change the course of history forever? We'll let the experts argue over the true origins. Because whether it was love or manipulation, what followed was pure chaos. For 10 years, Greeks and Trojans clashed. Heroes like Achilles and Hector became legends, but the gods, they picked sides. War became a divine chessboard, and then there were humans like Helen, caught in the middle, praying for it all to be over. But no one could have guessed how it would end. Wait, hold up. Before we get to the Trojan Horse and the burning of Troy, let's take a step back. Let's dig a little deeper. What do we actually know about Troy? Was it a real place? Because if you ask archaeologists, the answer is a resounding yes. In the 1870s, Heinrich Schliemann set out to find the legendary city. He uncovered something incredible: burned walls, spears, bodies. A city destroyed around 1200 BC, just like the legend said. So fact buried in myth, a real city did burn. But was it really Troy? And did Helen of Sparta really exist? Or are both names used for a collection of ancient settlements near the coast of modern-day Turkey? Maybe we'll never know for sure. But as far as the legends go, this much is true. The Greeks weren't winning any battles against the Trojans. In fact, they were losing badly, so they needed a new plan, a desperate measure. Enter Odysseus, arguably the smartest of the Greek warriors. He had an idea: build a giant wooden horse, leave it outside the gates of Troy as a gift. Warriors could hide inside, and when the Trojans pulled the horse through their gates, celebrating their supposed victory, those same warriors could sneak out and surprise the Trojans, opening the gates for the rest of the Greek army. Brilliant. Except the only source we have for the Trojan horse comes from a retelling of the myth, not from historical records. So was it really a horse? Some scholars say no. They point to ancient texts that mention an earthquake, which may have allowed the Greeks to infiltrate the city. Others say the so-called Trojan horse may have actually been a siege engine known as a hekatombos, which means 100 blows. Later, someone wrote about the siege engine. Maybe they saw the movie. The siege engine was brought to the city wall and mistaken for a horse. Either way, the result was the same. Troy fell. Its people were slaughtered, and the age of heroes came to an end. But the myth never died. Around 700 BC, Homer is said to have written the Iliad, immortalizing the greatest war of all time. His epic poem became the foundation for countless retellings in movies, books, and plays. And yet, despite the countless versions, we still have more questions than answers. Did Helen really spark a war that lasted 10 years? Did a wooden horse really topple an empire? Was it love or manipulation? Was it war or earthquake? Maybe the answers don't matter. Maybe the reason the myth has survived for so long is because it reflects something timeless about humanity. Our capacity for love and war, pride and revenge, glory and heartbreak, the very best and worst of humanity, all wrapped up in one crazy story. Troy may have fallen, but its story still stands. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.